Okay, I know I haven't done a video in a long time, but I'm going to do one right now. I attempted a sleep out. I want to show you. It was an epic fail. I mean, an epic fail. I was out at 9:30, um, January 6th. I'd set up my tent, which is here. It's nature hike. I think I covered up the name, but anyway, it is nature hike. Can you see it through there? You might be able to. Right there. So anyway, I'll show you all that stuff here in just a minute, but I just want to tell you, I was warm. My problem, my fail was not that it was not warm. My fail, I believe, was because I was overdressed. Now, maybe that's not the opinion. I'm going to try it again tonight. I did replace a couple items, and I also wore this jacket. Now, this is Swiss Tech jacket. It's a synthetic puffy, just a Walmart brand. But I've also gained a lot of weight. I say a lot of weight. I've gained some weight since hiking season. I kind of stopped hiking early in September. I hiked a few times here and there, and I've put on some weight. So some of the stuff that I wore was a little tighter than normal. So anyway, so I ended up trying to. I wasn't gonna do an epic fail video. I decided that it was too much of a problem. Uh, I didn't really want to put a fail, but you know what? I talked to a friend of mine when I was shopping today for some replacement items to try again tonight, and she said you should put it out there. You should really put out your fails as well because other people can learn. So that's what I'm doing. I took her advice. Thank you, Monica. So let's get right into it. I'm going to change the camera position a little bit so I can sit down and talk. A little pause. All right. So I'll probably have to clip that out a little bit, but here we go. So this is it. This is the coat I had on in the tent last night. It was probably about 30 degrees. I should be using my microphone. Pause for the cause. Hopefully the microphone's working. I'm going to sit down again so you can see me. And I got the microphone on. So I brought this out because my nose keeps running. So anyway, to get back to it. This is the tent. I was not cold sleeping out. It was 30, well, it's below. By the time, I don't know, 10, 11 o'clock came around, it was probably below. I did buy a thermometer today. It was definitely below 30. So probably about 25. It's probably about the temperature went down to about 25. There was a little bit of frost on my tent when I got up at midnight. So I made it 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12, 2.5 hours. And I actually did fall asleep, but it was a struggle. Now my struggle, this is the stuff that I had, okay? This is the one thing I was wearing. This was part of my base layer. It's an Ozark Trail woman's. It's an extra large, 87% polyester, 13% wool. Very nice. I love this jacket. I mean, for hiking and everything, it was great. Doesn't have the finger holes, but shop in Walmart. The problem being, I think, with this was that it zipped all the way up and it hugged my neck. Now, when you're walking, that's okay. but in the middle of the night when you're sleeping, it chokes me. I felt choked. So I'm chalking it up to this. Not sure if that's what it was, but I did make a change. I got a thermal. They're cuddle ups or something, but it's a thermal underwear with a little bit of a fleece lining, and it's just a crew neck. There's no this. So I figure, if anything, I can wear the buff around my neck. And then I had this on as well, over top, and it had a hood on it. And the reason I wore this was because the hood would help to keep my hat on, and it would be over my head. Another epic fail, because it kept making my hat fall off. I had these little tiny gloves, which I never really wore. I wore it to set up the tent, and I wore it when I first got in there, but I took them off quite quickly, actually. I didn't really need the gloves. These are just a pair of those, again, Walmart, warm gloves that are tight on your hands. And then this hat. This hat is, it's a regular beanie, but I thought it would work. There's not even a name in it or a tag or anything. I think I got this at a dollar store, but I had this on, and it kept slipping off my head, which is another thing that drove me absolutely crazy. And then on top of the polyester shirt with the hood, it was even worse. So I didn't like either one of those. I did have my sports bra on. No explaining about that. I wore Darn Tough socks. Just your regular Darn Toughs. They're no special thing. I absolutely love these. I wear these all the time now. I don't even bother buying regular socks. And then I also had, let me lean over here, these pants. Now these are nice. They're like a stretchy pant. True, Time and True. But they're just a polyester with a fleece lining. Very warm. These were not a problem. I love these things. I would take them again, and I may take them again. But I did also get the matching pants to the new Crew Tech top that I bought. Should have brought that, but I didn't bring it out. Not that I couldn't go get it. And then for my sleep system, which I guess I haven't really done a gear video, so you wouldn't know that, but for my sleep system, I have a let me get this out. I have this. This is my sleep pad. It's a for Klans. It's overseas. The problem with this is it's only a 1.6 R rating. So I knew that this could be a problem, but this also was under $70. And I've been using it. I've been using it for a year now in spring and summer, and it's worked. I love sleeping on this thing. It's very comfortable. Again, for warm weather. It's not, there's no insulation. I was okay. Let me tell you, I was okay on this, but I could feel the coolness through through the pad. The pad was cool. If I stayed still long enough, it wasn't so bad. And then, of course, I have I don't want to get this wet because I am going to try this again. I have a Teton. It's a Teton Sport. I don't know if you can see that. It's an Altos S, which means it's short, and it's 0 degree. It's synthetic. I love this sleeping bag. I've used it all summer long last summer. I never had to cinch this up. And of course, last night, being cold, you had to cinch it up so that your face would stay warm. Let me put that back in there so it doesn't get wet. And that was fine. I don't have a problem with that. I'm getting to the problem though. Hang on. Then I have this Sea to Summit thermal reactor liner that I also used. So in all of that, I'll put this down here, put this back in here. Out of all that, it was, I thought I was ready. I thought how could you go wrong? You have everything. And I didn't go wrong. I was warm. I wore this jacket too, which may have been my problem. So that's why I did change out my base layer. And I'm going to wear the thermal underwear. It's only polyester. There's no merino wool. I really am going to look, I believe, I have a year. So I'm going to look for the correct base layer that I really want, because I really do like the merino wool. This shirt, it's not merino wool, but it does have the 13% wool in it. And like I said, this is an Ozark. I love this shirt. I wore it quite often now in the colder weather. So anyway, let's not make this video too much longer, but my epic fail was, I think I was wrapped up too tight. I felt so claustrophobic. I couldn't turn over in my sleeping bag. Now, that's another thing. Is it the sleeping bag? Do I need to have a quilt? I don't know. I have never used a quilt, so that's really kind of hard. And I'm afraid of a quilt because I don't want to be cold. So I think there's two things. It's either my sleeping bag, or I wore the coat, or, right? It's either because I was too bundled, I need to take the coat off at night, and the sleep pad. So it's either the sleeping bag, the sleep pad, and the coat. I wasn't cold, so I kind of ruled out the sleep pad, because whether it's a 1.6 R value or not, I was not cold. The problem is that I couldn't move. I felt strangled. I felt which makes me think that maybe it was this big coat. So hopefully getting the new thermal underlayer and not wearing this coat. I do have a body warmer, the charcoal like hand warmer pads or something to put in there. So I'm thinking that that's probably going to be the ticket. But anyway, I just wanted to let you all know what my shakedown for winter was. January 6th, again, it's January 6th. Today's the 7th. It was 6 yesterday when I started this whole thing this weekend. And then, like I said, I stayed out for about 3 hours, but I was so frustrated with the strangulation of everything I had on. I need to make a change somewhere, and I'm not sure. So if you have any suggestions, put them down in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and watch for further videos. As it gets closer, things are going to start happening. Any suggestions, put them down in the comments, and we'll see you soon. Bye.